What's up, everyone?
Welcome back to our channel.
Yay.
We are Kim and Erran G, and this is our story. We've been sharing this now for months. Yeah, we just did our engagement story last week, which was really fun to do. So if you haven't checked that out, that was like my favorite one. It was fun. We had so much fun just reminiscing and kind of telling the story. It was like so us. It was perfect. With a little vino. With a little vino, which always makes these videos like so much fun for us to do. Fun. So if you haven't watched that, definitely go check that one out.
And we'll link the rest of the ones up top, so you can definitely grab those if you want to catch up. If not, just join us right here.
Yeah, and we left off last time before the engagement kind of how we were beginning this healthy journey, and we did our first race together, our first 5K together, which was a really big deal. So with this episode, we're gonna just pick up from that point. We'll set the timer for 7 minutes, as we always do. If you've been watching, you know that that's how we roll. We have been going over, but we're not going to do that today. No. We say that every time.
Every time.
We're really not this time.
But then you said it last time. You're like,
it was our engagement story.
If you want to turn it off, turn it off. Yeah. You're in control of the button.
It was our engagement story. We couldn't do that. So we are feeling a little bit of a heavy heart today because my Mr. P here is leaving me tonight, and he is heading to Florida. And
I'm gonna spend 10 days with the family and friends. It's gonna be like absolutely cool. I've never actually done that.
I know.
I've never left our location where we work because we travel around the U.S. Taking contracts with hospitals, and I've never left while she was working and went by myself, where she's gone like probably 10 times.
It's usually Erran dropping me off at the airport, and I'm like, bye, and I'm like heading home to see friends.
And I'm like rushing to work to get there.
Crying on the way to work, and now it's flipped. He's going to the airport, I'm crying on the way to work. And I'm excited for him, but it's 11 days of us being separated. It's my best friend, so I'm sad. I'm gonna miss him.
She did put me on a bus, though.
Okay, you?
She put me on a bus.
No, you asked for it. We live 2 hours from the airport.
Yeah. And Kim works 4 p.m. to 12:30 midnight time. I guess you'd say a.m. 12:30 a.m. And then she was gonna come home, wake up at 3 in the morning, drive me 2 hours to Seattle, then drive me 2 hours back, then try to sleep, then try to work another shift.
It was like,
it's just crazy.
And there's actually a bus that pulls out like right up the street, and so that bus is gonna pick Erran up at 2 a.m. So he'll have a long journey.
It's gonna be fun. It'll be an adventure.
But yeah, so you won't see us together. Well, I guess you will, because we're filming this ahead of time.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Anyway, so we're going to start the timer right now. So as you know, running the 5K was huge for us because I was starting off around the 250, 260 pound range.
You were not 260.
250, 260, in that
like
range.
250.
I was like 250, which is huge for me.
Yeah.
High blood pressure, high cholesterol, just a ticking time bomb. Kim had no muscle tone. She was about, what, 15 pounds overweight for her, which is, her little frame is huge.
Yeah.
We were just unhealthy, unhappy, and needed a change.
Yeah.
And so we crossed that 5K finish line holding hands and basically almost in complete tears, bawling like babies because we did so well. We didn't stop. We set our goals and we said,
we committed to it.
What else can we accomplish? And at that time, not looking too far ahead, it was just like, let's just do something else that's bigger. Let's go bigger.
Let's keep pushing ourselves. Let's keep challenging ourselves. Let's keep this momentum going because we felt so good. Like we felt so energized. We felt so alive. We felt like, oh my gosh, there's so much more that we could be doing to actually elevate us and make us feel better instead of continuously having this like downward spiral of like self-destructive behavior, which is what we had been doing up until this point. So this was like a huge breakthrough, pivotal time in our life. It
was crazy because as we were training, as we were getting healthier, as we were eating healthier, I stopped eating fast food all the time, stopped drinking regular sodas. Just really beat my body up. When I started feeding it with good stuff, it was crazy the inspiration I started to have and the thoughts started coming forward and being able to look at myself differently and feel better about myself. It just kind of triggered this repetitive kind of feeling of like, I could get used to this feeling.
Yeah.
Like, I could really get used to this. This is way different than I've ever really experienced, and I'm ready for this.
Well, yeah, it was kind of like that it catapulted us into this totally different way of living. And we started to change our habits, and we started to show up in like, okay, how can we challenge each other? How can we push each other? And we started to feel so much happier. And as we were, you know, sculpting our bodies and really trying to get healthier bodies, we were actually also in turn just feeling happier, feeling more creative, feeling more in alignment with who we were, feeling more confident, right? Because we were actually not just confident because of our bodies were changing, but confident because we were pushing ourselves, setting goals, following through, committing to ourselves, stretching ourselves out of our comfort zone, like really putting ourselves out there. And we kept showing up to do it, and it got easier and easier, and it was like, whoa, it just built this confidence up in us. And it was just this beautiful journey that started to take place, and our relationship began to get better and better and better, just having like a healthier hobby to do.
Yeah, we started
life-changing.
We started seeing the similarities, that we started to grow. We started to talk more about what we're similar with, and then goals in life and what we wanted to achieve, and if we could achieve this, what else could we achieve? And we did this together, so what else could we do together?
Yeah.
And it was a really far separation between where we were and that day that Kim said, enough is enough, I'm done. Like, I'm done. And after that, like we said, we haven't looked back. So what we did was good.
I was gonna say one more thing, is as anybody can attest to beginning a journey where they want to become healthier, they want to lose weight, or they just want to get healthier physically, that naturally it manifests into a journey of feeling happier and healthier from the inside out. It just, the two go hand in hand. Like when you're taking care of your body, you naturally just have more energy, you feel better, you feel more creative, you know? Like when we're not working out, even now we go through ruts, we kind of go through our spells where we're like, we're being lazy, and naturally we feel less productive, we feel less creative, like we don't want to be doing as much, you know? It's like the two just go hand in hand. So when you fuel your body, you will naturally fuel your mind, your heart, your soul, like your inspiration. Everything else will also begin to kind of perk up and take notice. Yeah, so it's a beautiful like journey to kind of.
And I guess I looked at it as, you know, sitting here on the couch while Kim was talking, I just had this thought that, you know, I've basically had 2.5, I'll say, maybe 3 rock bottoms in my life. None of them were with drugs or anything like that a lot of people relate to rock bottoms, but basically somebody said, I can't remember who said it, but a rock bottom is basically a turning point in your life, right? Yeah. A place that you turn. It was that podcast we just watched, the girl.
Oh, Sweet Glennon.
Glennon, yeah.
Yeah, she was amazing.
She basically said a rock bottom is the minute that you shift your life around and you turn it around, whatever that is for you. And so this was my unhealthy rock bottom.
Yeah.
And we turned it around, and it just led to so many things. And so Kim and I, after we finished our 5K, we looked at each other and we were like, let's do the Gate River Run in Jacksonville. It is the world's largest 15K. So we went from just completing 3 miles to like, let's run a 9.3.
Oh my gosh.
And it come to find out, I didn't know when I looked into it, but it's the World National Championships of the 15K runners. There's so many people.
I didn't know that.
Absolutely. They get the prize money when they win based off of their rankings. It's like huge.
And I knew it was big, but yeah.
And so they go first, and so we actually, what it did was we trained hardcore. We were training 5 days a week. And it was the first time we'd ever done something like that, and it just meant so much. Like, it was everything. And now, you know, we get 4 days in a week, maybe 5 for a bonus, but like, it was so much fun to train those 5 days. And
we were so committed to it, and we wanted to not only run the race, but we wanted to run it well. We wanted it to be fun. We didn't want to be out there struggling. We didn't want to be out there like crawling to the finish line. We wanted to feel really good and get good times and be competitive with it and challenge one another. So we committed to it fully. And so because of that, like, our priorities shifted. So instead of going out and having drinks, which is what we used to typically do, we were like, no, you know, we want to wake up, we want to get a run in, and so let's go to bed early today, let's get a healthy dinner going so we could train to feel our best. And so it just kind of became this new way of living, and it never felt like a hassle, it never felt like a drag, or like, man, I don't want to be doing this. We were so fueled by it that it was giving us so much energy. It was just fun. We were like, oh my god, I never knew that you could could feel this good in your body and just in your mind, spiritually, everything. It was such a beautiful combination.
And I'll never forget, I actually showed up almost towards the river run, which was in March. So we trained from December, January, February, ran it early March on your birthday weekend.
Yep.
And so I went over to a friend's house and he was like, dude, what happened to you? And I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, you've dropped like 30 plus pounds. Like your shirts don't even fit you anymore. What are you doing? And that was the first time it hit me, because I wasn't in this goal to lose weight.
Yeah.
I was in this goal to get myself healthy, to build a relationship with her. And the what do you call it? The sub meaning of that, or the underlying thing, is
the byproduct?
The byproduct of that, the weight fell off.
Yeah.
And then I was like, whoa, like every time I tried to focus on losing weight, I never accomplished my goal. But the minute that I switched that mind frame, it was like, I just want to become healthy. Totally. I want to do something productive with my fiance and accomplish something big, and that happened, and I dropped so much weight.
And then it was easy to stay consistent with, because it was less about, I've got to lose 5 pounds and then another 6 and then another this. It was like, we were just having fun, and we love competition, so we love to push ourselves and challenge each other, and it was like, it just became a really fun thing to do.
Yeah.
And that naturally progressed over the years.
Yeah, so we ran a 10-minute mile.
We gotta wrap.
We ran a 10-minute mile during the 5K that we did, and then we ran a 9:57 together for the 9 miles. So not only did we improve that way, it was just so amazing. The energy was high. We did the Green Monster, the bridge.
Yep.
Climbed the bridge, and then you come down into Jacksonville Jaguar Stadium, and the drum line's there, and the cheerleaders are there.
And everybody's like screaming on the sidelines,
and like you're high-fiving everybody.
And of course we crossed the finish line holding hands together, just like we did the first time. Yep. And it was so emotional, and we were so proud of one another. And then we went on to do that, like I think 2 more times the race. But the first one was so awesome, and it was just our next step.
Yep.
So it was really beautiful. And so just encourage anybody who maybe doesn't even want to lose weight, but to show up and take care of their bodies, and to begin creating healthier habits, and that will naturally fuel your life in so many other ways. The more we show up here to take care of this vessel, the more we can show up in life, and it's incredible.
And that's what I've seen. You know, I watch a lot of the most inspirational people on different podcasts, and the one thing they have in common is they have a routine. They have a healthy routine, that they eat healthy, and they do some sort of fitness, and it really progresses your mind. It moves your mind forward, your body. You're able to just really carry on with your life in a positive way, and that's what it means to me now. Totally. That I've seen.
Yeah.
And so
it's been amazing ever since.
Life-changing.
And it's something that we have been consistent with ever since. And sometimes we're off, sometimes we're more on, but it's something that's always, you know, stayed
steady,
balanced. Yeah. Absolutely. So anyways, we're gonna end X again when we went over. But that's it for this episode.
Yep.
And then next week we will
continue on our journey. Getting close to our wedding.
I know.
It's getting close to our wedding.
I know, we're gonna do just like a whole wedding episode, just like we did the engagement, because people really liked that one.
Yeah.
So that will be coming soon. So make sure that you subscribe so that you can go get the video or see the videos every single week. And we got a lot of good stuff coming to the channel that we're excited to share. Yep. So definitely subscribe, and we will see you guys next week.
I'll be in Florida.
You'll be in Florida. I'll be here working like a dog.
Oh, Bobby.
Bringing home the bacon.
You'll be here with the dog.
That's true, I will.
All right, guys. We love you. We'll see you next week.
Bye.